Hello, and welcome to Frost & Sullivan's Growth Webinar. Today, we explore the critical megatrends reshaping the identity security landscape. We'll delve into how the evolution from simple user login to identity as the new perimeter, driven by AI, decentralization, and advanced threats, is not just enhancing security, but is pivotal in building a more resilient and trustworthy foundation for digital transformation. The global push for digitalization, from enterprise applications to consumer services, is creating unprecedented complexity in managing identities. However, this growth is constrained by an expanding attack surface, AI-powered threats, and the limitations of traditional, static security models. Organizations are navigating a landscape defined by the sprawl of human and non-human identities, evolving regulations like the EU Digital Identity Wallet, and the urgent need for continuous, adaptive trust validation. Against this backdrop, identity security innovation is emerging as the most critical path toward secure, efficient, and user-centric digital operations. Frost & Sullivan's ongoing research highlights the rapid convergence of physical and digital identity threats. The shift is underscored by the urgency. Organizations can no longer rely solely on perimeter-based defenses or periodic access reviews. They need integrated strategies and technologies that overcome siloed systems, mitigate sophisticated fraud, and deliver continuous risk-aware assurance for all entities, human and machine. And that's where next-generation identity security enters the picture. Traditional identity and access management centered on human users, static roles, and one-time authentication has been foundational but is unable to address today's scale and sophistication of threats. New security paradigms do not replace these foundations overnight. Instead, they extend and enhance them. Frameworks like Zero Trust, capabilities like Identity Threat Detection and Response (ITDR), and the principles of decentralized identity are filling the gaps that legacy models cannot address. Over time, as these approaches mature, they will increasingly converge, creating a more proactive, intelligent, and holistic identity security ecosystem. In the near term, multiple models and technologies will coexist. Longer term, the convergence of AI-driven operations, governance by design, and seamless user experience signals a fundamental reshaping of how trust is established and maintained in the digital world. One of the most meaningful insights from the discussion is that the attack surface and threat sophistication, and not just compliance, are the real drivers for new security approaches. The identity landscape has exploded beyond human users. Non-human identities, APIs, service accounts, workloads now vastly outnumber people, creating new, often overlooked vulnerabilities. Furthermore, attackers are leveraging AI for deepfakes, sophisticated phishing, and synthetic identities, moving beyond brute force to exploit the human element and bypass traditional defenses like multi-factor authentication. Modern identity security innovations address this by focusing on continuous, context-aware validation and least privilege. AI-powered defense and operations, using AI and machine learning for real-time anomaly detection, behavioral analysis, and autonomous agents to identify toxic access combinations, dormant accounts, and privilege escalation paths before they are exploited. Identity Threat Detection and Response (ITDR), correlating signals from across directories, clouds, and secrets vaults to visualize attack paths, enable early detection of token theft or MFA fatigue, and orchestrate precise response actions. Unified governance for all identities, treating non-human identities as first-class citizens with full lifecycle management, ensuring policies extend to microservices, cloud workloads, and automation pipelines. This multi-pronged approach ensures that security keeps pace with both the scale of digital transformation and the sophistication of modern attackers. The guidance is clear. Build defenses that are not only strong, but also adaptive, intelligent, and encompassing of the entire identity estate. Partnerships play a critical role here, particularly between security, IT, DevOps, and business units to break down silos and ensure a unified control plane. Regulation and strategic business needs are rapidly becoming core drivers of identity security evolution. Organizations are adapting to rules that govern privacy, transparency, and operational resilience. Key trends include privacy-preserving identity models. Regulations like the EU Digital Identity Wallet are promoting user-centric models with verifiable credentials and selective disclosure, reducing data exposure. Outcome-based governance, a shift from compliance checkboxes to demanding demonstrable, continuous control over who and what has access to critical assets, enforced through machine-readable policies and automation. Cross-functional ownership. Identity governance is becoming a cross-domain function, involving HR, legal, DevOps, and product teams, leading to dedicated identity councils and formalized processes. These trends are compelling a strategic shift from periodic, human-heavy audits to continuous, risk-based governance embedded into daily operations. The philosophy is one of proactive enablement. Leading organizations are using these requirements to build more automated, transparent, and resilient security postures. Identity security is increasingly recognized not only for preventing breaches, but also for enabling broader digital business goals. Its impact shows up in several key areas. 1. Enabling seamless digital experiences. Passwordless authentication using passkeys and biometrics improves security while eliminating user friction, directly enhancing customer and employee satisfaction. 2. Operational resilience. ITDR and AI-driven hygiene provide continuous visibility and automated remediation, reducing mean time to detect and respond and preventing operational disruptions. 3. Supporting innovation and new business models. Decentralized identity and verifiable credentials enable trusted interactions in partner ecosystems and new digital services, from stadium access to secure remote transactions. 4. Risk-based resource allocation. Continuous risk scoring and adaptive policies allow security teams to focus efforts on high-risk activities and identities, optimizing resource allocation. Innovation shifts the industry away from a one-size-fits-all, perimeter-centric approach towards a dynamic, context-aware, and identity-centric security model. With rising threats and complex digital environments, this evolution is no longer optional. It's essential. Identity security thrives within deeply interconnected and collaborative ecosystems, both within and outside the organization. 3 collaboration categories are emerging as foundational. Cross-functional internal teams. Security, IT, DevOps, HR, and legal must align to manage the full identity lifecycle and enforce unified policies. Technology and integration partners, IAM, ITDR, cloud security, and AI analytics providers must offer interoperable solutions that share signals and enable unified control planes. Research and regulatory bodies. Participation in consortia and standards groups ensures new frameworks are practical, interoperable, and aligned with regional strategic goals. Together, these partnerships support a more integrated, agile, and effective approach, reducing security gaps, accelerating incident response, and building a foundation of digital trust. From the combined insights, several clear recommendations emerge for security leaders and organizations. Treat identity as a strategic asset. Move beyond tactical IAM projects to a programmatic approach that aligns identity security with business objectives and digital initiatives. Embrace continuous, not periodic security. Implement continuous threat detection, risk assessment, and policy enforcement to protect the live perimeter. Govern all identities, human and non-human. Extend visibility, lifecycle management, and least privilege enforcement to service accounts, workloads, and APIs. Leverage AI proactively. Deploy AI not just for threat detection, but also to automate hygiene, optimize policies, and power agentic remediation within clear governance guardrails. Balance security with experience. Implement phishing-resistant, passwordless authentication to improve security while reducing user friction. Build a cross-functional identity council. Break down silos by establishing formal governance, with representatives from security, IT, infrastructure, and key business units. Identity security is evolving into the core control plane for digital trust. By combining adaptive frameworks like Zero Trust, intelligent capabilities like AI-driven ITDR, and a collaborative approach to governing all identities, organizations can overcome legacy limitations, enable secure innovation, and build a resilient foundation for the future. This concludes today's growth webinar. To dive deeper, we invite you to explore Frost & Sullivan's full research on the identity security market. Thank you for joining us, and we look forward to bringing you more insights on transformational growth. Watch the full webinar recording. Explore more webinars. .frotfrotfrot.com/growth-webinars. Contact us, myfrost@frost.com.